Hi, welcome to my channel. Listen, I just wanted to gently touch on the topic of unfulfilled desires. Psalms 37:4 says that we should delight ourselves in the Lord and that He will give us the desires of our hearts. But what happens when those desires go unfulfilled, right? And we're sitting there wondering, what did I do so bad? That my desires aren't fulfilled. What more do I need to do for these desires to be filled? And I just want to offer to you that God does want to give you the desires of your heart. But some of those desires need to be healed. When I was younger, a long time ago, and I was growing in my relationship with the Lord, and I was figuring things out, and there were so many things that I like to do and places that I like to go, and I really was afraid to give those things up because, I was like, man, am I going to have fun anymore? But what I found is that when I grew in my relationship with the Lord, those desires started to be healed. And some of those desires, because some of those desires just need to be X'd off of our list, right? I don't even need to have some of those desires. But some of the desires are cool. They can stay on the list, but they just need to be healed. And I found as I grew in my relationship with God, as I delighted in Him, right? And when you look up the word delight, it has synonyms such as pleasing and pleasant and captivated, right? We become captivated by God. And as I became captivated by Him, I know that I wanted to become more like Him. And as I started to become more like God, some of those desires, I didn't want no more. I didn't want to go to those places no more. I didn't want to deal with those type of people anymore. And to this same day, it still applies. That never changed. And so, we have to look at that. And not only that, if God were to give you some of those desires, how would that look for your life? Because God has a plan for all of our lives. And some of our desires are just not in alignment with God's plan. And, God is phenomenal. He can do anything. He can rearrange some things, right? He can make it work. He can make it fit. Because God's word says He works all things. But we have to be mindful that all things are involved, not just what we want, right? And so, although He wants to give us those desires, sometimes they need to be healed. So I'll be, covering this topic. I'm really big on healing. I am a cognitive behavioral practitioner, and I'll talk more of that. But yeah, God does want to give you the desires of your heart, but some of those desires need to be healed. And if He were to give you some of those desires on your list, it might throw your whole destiny off, right? So, let's just keep being positive. Keep those desires on your list. Some of them get rid of, but heal. Love you. See you soon.